What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Clocks Running, the podcast for everything flag football officials. I'm your host, Ant.
And I'm Jacob.
I was so close. All
Oh,
right. What's
man.
going on, man?
Hey, what's up, bro? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, good. You know, the germs are going all over the place, so I'm a little under the weather, but I'll be good. Yeah, exactly.
We don't have time to
Hey,
get
but
sick, man.
I know.
Whoa. What's going on with your voice?
Yeah, that too. But guess what? We are live on Twitch tonight,
Okay.
so people could jump on Twitch if they want to ask us questions. I can see
Yeah.
them here. So
Oh. They can hear your
some
12-year-old voice if they want.
something new. So what's new in the wide world of flag football, man?
Yeah, we got so much going on in flag football. We got so many different things going on. Let's see what's going on in flag football. We got the Nashville Open this weekend. We got a lot there.
There you
Tell me what's been going on out west. I mean, I know you keep up with your buddies out west.
go. Yeah, so PF3, the big 8-man league in Colorado, they started their spring season for 8-man, and they added for the first time ever the big 8-man league decided to jump in the world of fives non-contact
Okay.
and very short notice, and I think they had 18 sign up. So I was able to catch some games being live streamed. They've got good refs out there with the right stripes on. Looked like the games were pretty competitive. Some games went into overtime. So I'm excited. The Bears, of course, they were playing in the fives, and they went 1-1. So somebody took down the world champs.
All right.
Yeah. So and then also we had Air Raid out in Los Angeles. They had their women's playoffs,
Okay.
and Top Shelf. I think they were the three-time champs, and they lost to She Unit in double overtime.
Wow. Not one
So
overtime,
Jonah,
but two.
yeah, so Jonah and She Unit took the trophy for that one. There was another that league has expanded so much. I think I mentioned it last week. Um, they have a D1, D2, and D3. I got to tell you, bro, the D3 championship. I just happened to jump on Instagram Live and I was watching it, and everybody in the chat, I don't know who this quarterback is, but everybody in the chat is like, Marcus sucks. He's gonna choke. He's the worst quarterback ever. Don't
Whoa.
worry, Marcus being Marcus. Like everybody. And this dude, again, I don't know who he is, but he marched down the field with less than a minute left in the game. Cut up the defense, throwing dots, doing all this stuff. There's like 6 seconds left. He's got to score at this point. Threads the needle. Somebody tips it, and his receiver catches it in the back of the end zone. And bro, the team lost it. And like,
Nice.
so
Nice.
just an example of flag football, like recreational flag football. There was no money on the line. There was nothing big like that, and they were just losing it with that win. So that was
Very
exciting to
nice.
see.
Very
So,
nice.
yeah.
Very nice.
Other than that, of course, there was leagues going all over the place. What is it? Good vibes only. In I think that's in New Jersey. They
Okay.
had they had they had a little tournament out there as well, men's, women's, and co-ed. I think their contact. I think they allow stiff arming or something crazy in that
Probably.
one.
Who knows?
Yeah. And then on the clock sports in San Diego, they had a money tournament, and our good friend Dama from San Diego Blitz with her camera,
Mm-hmm.
she she won the women's championship there. So exciting stuff all over the country for sure. But what do we have planned tonight, Jacob?
Man, we got a couple special guests. I think we got a new segment. We're gonna tweak a little bit. I think Clock's Running's forever evolving, right? I think we've really kind of molded into kind of what we want, and we're trying to go down a different path, and we're trying to see how things work. And I think we got some pretty cool things lined up for tonight. We got a couple great officials who are going to come on. We got a new segment. We're going to kind of adjust Declan's Doozeys a little bit, and then we got a surprise guest at the end that's going to come in and talk to us for a couple minutes. I don't know how much talking you're going to be able to do. But let's bring in our both officials on, or is it just
yeah,
we got both. All right, so I want to bring both of these guys in around the same time. I'm going to give one introduction for both because there really doesn't need to be an introduction for these two. They both their faces kind of say everything. But bring in Mr. Petty Pat and bring in the logo Jordan.
There we go. What up, fellas?
Hey, what's going on?
What up?
What's up, fellas?
So Jordan, in case I know Pat was in the waiting room a little bit before, in case you didn't get a chance to hear Jordan. Ant's going through puberty right now.
Hey, I heard.
Him talking right now is okay. He's drinking out of a sippy cup. So there's a lot that's going on tonight. But why don't you guys catch us up a little bit? Tell us what's been going on the last little bit. Pat, it's been a while since you've been on the show. Pat, why don't you give us a rundown of what's been going on for you?
Well, the biggest thing's been going on, man. They started.
Is he frozen?
Women's.
He is frozen.
Okay, I have to make sure it was. I didn't know if it was on my end, if it was on everybody.
Yeah, I thought it was me and my Wi-Fi, but maybe it is.
So now so back to the better official. So in my life personally,
I know I ain't muted no more.
Hey, listen, don't let your camera freeze up, okay? And then don't give us the opportunity to talk junk, bro. We're gonna take advantage of it.
I mean, they want the secondary to start first, ladies first. Go ahead.
Come on, Papa P. Come on, Papa P.
But nah, man, what's been going on lately? Our pros down here, they kicked off the women's CIAA flag football.
Hey, it's on y'all.
Yeah, man, that's been one of the biggest things. I was able to bring my guys with me to officiate the first ever little tournament to start off with on the season. And
I don't do well with awkward silences.
Am I still
awkward silences?
So, he's talking the whole time.
He's chatting it up right now.
Yeah,
awkward silence.
Yeah, I mean, am I? He can't hear me.
We can hear you. I don't know what Jordan's deal is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Man, he got that boonies. He got that what it is, that Vonage. That's what he got, that Vonage internet over there.
Yeah, but see, then again, I think you do too, because you're still frozen. I can just.
Oh man. It's like, you know what, Jacob? This is like two officials showing up in basketball stripes, bro. They both came unprepared, man.
But Pat was doing so good up before we started the show. Like everything was working.
I know.
Am I still frozen?
Yeah, turn your camera off, turn it back. Oh wait, we got action.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Now we're on.
I mean, hey, if it freezes again, just put me in the backstage, and then I'll move to a better location.
Well, that's dirty. That just sounded dirty. Put you in the backstage, you're going to move to a better location. Hey, that's my boy right there. That's my boy right there, okay?
Oh, man, that's great.
But, yeah, man, that's but now I was able to bring some of the guys over so we can debut the CIAA women's flag football. It was a great success. We had 2 days of 4 games. And, it was a different experience to watch these college ladies play football. I mean, it kind of seemed that it was more of cheerleaders out there playing. Like, hey, can you play football? Can you play football? And we put together a team. But other than that, I mean, they had fun. There was no arguments, no fights, no disrespect to the officials. Well, I think one. Of course, somebody told Jordan something, but I let him break that in. But
don't go too far into that because that's what we're going to talk about tonight.
I got you.
Jordan, give us a rundown. What's been going on lately for you, man?
Are you kidding me? So my boy Papa P here was like, are you available to ref some college games? And of course, I jumped at the opportunity because that just sounds like a good time waiting to happen. And so we get there, and I had no idea what to expect. And then so first gate out the bat, there's a girl back there at quarterback, and she's just trying to be Joe Montana. Okay, she's like, blue 42, yellow 18. I'm like, girl, if you don't shut up and just say hike, you're embarrassing yourself, because they didn't move the ball for the entire first 3 series that they had it. I'm just like,
Can I stop you for 1 second? Can you tell the viewers that are younger than 25 at home who Joe Montana is, please?
No, honestly, I cannot. If you're that young and don't know him, you're embarrassing yourself. Okay, get better. That's when football was real, so it's okay. It's youngin'.
God, dude, you just sound like my grandpa. Man, back when football was real, they didn't wear pads and helmets.
Yeah, they did that stuff. Yeah,
they were bare feet, went up the hill 100 yards both directions.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying.
There's literally been a better quarterback since Joe Montana. So what are we even talking about? Who cares about Joe Montana?
But no one ever yells like blue 18 anymore, like back in the day. Now they just say hike like a normal individual, or like what's the crap? The dude from Florida that just like throws his hands up real quick and he like tries to fake everybody out. But I'm like, bro, we see you. Like there's not like a big old wall in front of you. Like we're all here together. That was not sneaky at all. That's okay though. You know what I'm saying? I like it. He tries. So, but yeah, other than that, nothing too exciting. Other than like I said, just figuring out the NERSA. I hope I'm saying that right. The NERSA rules and the college atmosphere is definitely different.
All right. Well, that kind of leads into my next question. What would you two both say? What was the biggest differences for you guys with what you guys did with USA Flag versus how working these college games work for you guys?
I'll let you go first, Joey.
Oh, bro. I had to learn the hard way, and Pat was telling me, and as a Southern man that just talks to everybody because I want to be everyone's friend, he was like, don't talk to nobody, don't look at them. He said, we're here to ref, and as soon as the games are over, we're leaving. There was no like camaraderie. Like, when in USA Flag, when it comes to a coin toss, if it's 2 teams that I've seen a 1,000 times, we're just, shooting the breeze, being like, hey man, how's life? How's everything going? This right here, it was like the coaches, half the coaches didn't know the rules, and then some of the coaches that knew the rules, they were all wrong. So it was definitely a different experience. It was not I'm glad to be here. It was like, it felt like in my head, a true college official. You show up, you ref, you leave. You don't talk to nobody, you don't hang out with nobody. There's no like banter back and forth. It's just like, okay, great, good game, next.
Yeah,
I do have a question for Jordan. Did you have pants on?
Yeah.
Nice.
First time in 10 years. I've had these pants in my closet for like 6 years. Never touched them. And so not as bad as I expected. But at the same time, it was awful. No one could see my socks. It was upsetting,
All right, now that Ant derailed it because he's worried about Jordan's butt. Pause. Pat, question back to you. Difference between reffing like adult recreation USA Flag versus like a collegiate level game.
The biggest thing was when you made a call, we brought we group effort. They give the calls, and you didn't hear nobody ask for a director. Hey, can I get Unc? Can I get Jacob? Can I get Krista? Can I get whoever? We didn't have to deal with that bullshit at all. At all. Even with the coaches.
That's true.
The coaches didn't ask for no director or whatever. We made our calls, our judgment calls, and we moved forward. And then I would say there was punctual. When I say punctual, like if their timeline was supposed to start, they was already warmed up on the warm-up field and marching over, and we started like the coin toss 3 minutes before the start of the game, and we was done. like I said, like he said, I told him, I was like, dude, you cannot talk to these coaches. You cannot talk to these women like we do in USA football, because I'm telling you, as soon as the opportunity comes, they're gonna say on the other team, "Oh, he's friends with them." I was like, "Hey, this is not USA flag. These are collegiate women that don't know you from Adam to Eve, and they're gonna use any excuse
Yep.
to throw you under the bus." But after we handled that, that was really much it, man. Like I said, the biggest thing was we didn't have to hear about can we talk to a director at all. So that's my skibit on it. And as far as man, they gave us what was our food? Because we have a little delay. They brought us man, what's the name of that the restaurant? They brought us some nice food, some nice subs, turkey subs, with cookies and
yeah,
everything.
the Jason Deli,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jason's Deli. Yeah.
like the boarhead meat stuff, man. It's pretty good.
Yeah, so but they took care of us. I can tell you that much. Like, I mean, just like y'all do. But like when they delayed it, they brought us into hospitality to the building.
Yep.
Made sure we was good, and that was it, man.
That's good.
Yeah.
So what would you guys what would you guys look for? Like, do you think this is the way it's going to be? Like, where you guys are gonna work several games, like a weekend? Again, is that kind of the structure they're going to have, or is it going to be more of like a one and done? Where you go and work one game and then you're finished for the week.
From the schedule that we got now, they're gonna keep 4 games. They're gonna keep 4 games a day, but instead of having 2-hour blocks, because they now have noticed that the games are faster than those 2 hours. It's not like a regular college tackle football game where you have to have that 3-hour window. They're gonna move it down to like an hour, 10 minutes, or whatever. So if something happens, you got a little buffer time, injuries, which we dealt with. And stuff like that. But that's pretty much it, man. As far as going forward, and they're actually gonna move it on Friday and Saturdays. This was like a surprise on that Wednesday and Thursday that we had to go up there. They said they don't think that'll ever happen again. So,
gotcha. I was going to turn it back over to Ant, but he's muted.
Jacob, you had all the questions. I just wanted to.
Oh, sorry, man. I was just gonna, I was letting your voice rest, man.
It was last week I interrupted you too many times. So I was just trying to give you.
Here we go.
Hey, guys, don't make him raise that hand.
Do you guys see all these feelings?
hey, Dina in the chat, man. We got right now. But Jacob, I would recommend. I mean, if you didn't mind, like as far as that's one thing that I did pick up by us walking away. It helped out. Well, what I mean by walking away, after the games was over with, once we all left together and we walked off together, and it was no issues after that. And I mean, I get it. People want to confirm the scores and all that, but the biggest thing was it was someone on the sideline, and I know it's not USA flag football. But there was someone on the sideline that had the ending score that we walked, and I gave the ending score to, and they went over to them to get all the verifications and all that stuff. We didn't have to deal with no coaches beside the coin flip and halftime or overtime, of course. That was it. Other than that, we didn't deal with no players, no coaches. Right. At the end of the game, verifying scores, we just walked off.
So what do you think? I'll let Jordan answer this one. What do you think keeps these players in check to not flying off the handle at the officials versus where like at USA flag or at Camel City or at Joe's Crab Shack flag football league down the road?
Now this is definitely pure speculation, but I mean these people are tied to a college. I mean they're tied to a bigger portion of there are consequences to their actions that result off the football field. If USA flag, this guy right here punches somebody, he clocks in Monday morning and goes to work. Like nothing ever happened. And this right here, in my head, if something escalated quickly, she's gonna look at a potential expulsion, something of that nature. So they have that kind of holding them back. Now the only like kind of what Pat said, I had one lady get mad at me, but once she saw me throw the same flag on every other team, she was cool with it. Well, she understood it more. I would say she was cool with it because she's still kind of a hard ass, but she's still but at the same time there was like they started to understand how the game was going, and but it just felt like that there were potential repercussions to their actions.
Fair enough. All right, Pat, if you could change one thing that the CIAA is doing right now as far as flag for what they're trying to do, what would that be?
Oh shit, that's a good one. I would say bring in more flag officials. That's for this first year at least, and so the other college, like the tackle officials, can watch and observe at least, and understand some of the things that we do on an every tournament basis. That will be the biggest thing. And I told the director that to his face. I was like, because we had one field with all tackle football refs, and then I had a field with all flag officials on it. And the players' feedback was to them, the field with the referees or the officials that did flag was able to identify a lot more flag guards and illegal contact and all that stuff. We was able to catch it because we do it all the time. But that would be the only thing, is at least let them observe us like they did before. That's it.
So let me kind of follow up with how you worded that. So should they have flag officials for a year and then bring the tackle guys in to take over, or should it be let the flag guys handle it because the flag guys do it?
No, I mean, nobody takes over. I mean, shit. Hey, we silverbacks over here. We ain't let nobody take over nothing. But I would say at least the flag officials that do start it off, be able to get certified as far as the CIAA, and then they can be able to pick and choose the litter from there as far as officials that's available. Because that's how they do it. They send out emails to see what officials are available, and then they pick and choose for the squads from there, the crews or whatever, 4-man crews. Right. But
fair enough.
Jordan, do you think if they asked you to shave your beard, you would be willing to?
No. Bro, that's not happening. The only time I've ever shaved my beard past the age of 18 was like 4 Christmases ago, because my grandma was like, can I see a clean shaven face before I pass away? And I'm like, only for you. Only for you. And even then, dude, I did not like it. I hated every minute of it.
So I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm putting that in my back pocket. If something ever happens, that's going in my back pocket. I'm making all you guys do it.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's messed up.
Hey, I'm gonna have fun on my way out.
Man, you got to.
That is not fair. I mean, damn. Shave the beard.
Bro, hey, respectfully, fire me. Yeah.
That's fair. All right, so let me ask this then. Do you guys feel like that's, and this is just general, this is not singling any one organization out, because there's several, especially when you get into like the high level tackle football, when you get into high level baseball, basketball, these guys are expected to be clean shaven. Do you guys think that's an outdated policy?
I damn sure do, and I will be saying something August 4th through the 6th. I'm ruffling fucking feathers. I'm letting you know that now. You talk, it's gonna be feathers everywhere in that motherfucker, like, because I'm like, as you can see, a beard does not change the way you officiate on the damn football field. Period.
I agree.
I mean, as long as you keep it clean or whatever, not like clean shade, but you keep it edged up and groomed. Yeah. That's all you need to do, man. Like, honestly, you don't need to be walking around with baby ass face. I can't stand that shit.
If they say you can't have it, you can't have something like down to here, I would understand that. But like put a regulation on it. Like this right here right now is like a number 4. So, give us the leadway from like up to a 6, something of that nature. Why does me having a beard or a mustache change me as an official? You think I'm going to get better because I have, because I look 12? Bro, if anything, someone's going to get pissed off and be like, who's this baby? Get him off this field. I'm like, bro, I have to cut you. Okay.
Hey, Jordan, you can have the Navy mustache all day. You can have
Bro,
that all day.
This thing right here is not big enough for me to have it by itself. Okay, I have to have everything. Me and just a mustache in my head is just gonna be awkward as shit.
So we're just not gonna let you just say this thing's not big enough to have it by itself. We're just gonna ignore that.
Hey, I'm just gonna throw it out there, Jordan. Though the one downfall about having a beard is you do get mistaken as TJ a lot.
And here's the thing about that is that the hard part about that is that if you're a good official, most people aren't going to remember your name, and I am 100% okay with that. The fact that I get called TJ a lot, that just lets me know how much he fucks up and pisses people off because everyone knows his name. They're like, oh my God, it's him again. And then I'm like, bro, don't do that. And then they're like, oh, once I talk, they're like, oh, you're the good version. I'm like, thank you. Thank you. So yeah. So
I can't wait for y'all to see each other tomorrow night.
The good version.
Hey, speaking of that, Jordan, what are you looking forward to this weekend in Nashville?
Man, so so here, and this right here is kind of the hard thing for people to understand is that I've been doing this for 10 years now. I think that right now is the most fun I've ever had as an official. And it really is. I mean, every single time that we line up, the coin toss, the first play, the last play, unless it's 4-on-4 novice, which is just a shit, horrible division, I would ref any other format because it's still going to be a fun time. And there are no real downsides for me personally. But again, I also know the rules. I don't get fussed at I don't get fussed at a lot. So it's fun for me.
Fair enough.
Pat, if you went to go ahead.
No.
Here we go.
Yeah, Ant, get it together. Come on, Ant. Jeez.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Hey,
the floor is yours.
I was just building some steam up, man. We gotta keep it moving. Clock's running, bro.
Thank God. About time.
Feelings. I got feelings.
All right, Puberty boy, go ahead. Let's go.
Pat, what do you got next on the horizon?
Shit. Well, we got the best league and on the East Coast. Period. Coming up. We got Camel City coming up. It's time to hear some whining and bitching from grown men. You know what I'm saying? And then that's it. Whining and bitching. And hey, he don't like me. He don't talk to me. Oh, he's this and he's that. Shut up and play football. But now we got that coming up. And then as far as drive up the road as far as Virginia for this one, well, it's supposed to be a 2-day tournament, but depending on what time I leave Camel City, see if I make it up there to Virginia to help those guys out as far as for the 8-man ball. And then if I get selected, I'm doing the second week possibly of the CIAA up in Virginia, up at Virginia Union. But that's really it. But I'm waiting on that email, hopefully tomorrow from the director. But that's all I got going on right now. And then camp, of course. And I ain't shaving. Fuck that. No.
Hey, Jordan, how much you want to bet he's going to be clean shaven in 2 weeks?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued.
Hey, we could always have a mini wager with no fun. We could, we could bet bunks or whatever you want to do it. Kick your ass, whatever you want to do it. Bet some bunks. 5 bunks.
Hey, and just so we're clear, pre-beard Pat is an asshole. Post-beard Pat, that's my boy right there, bro. That's my boy.
There you go. Jacob, any other questions for these guys?
Yeah. So Jordan, if you're in the Starbucks line and they run out of chocolate muffins, what's your go-to?
Oh, hey,
For the
okay.
cake
First of all,
pops.
I'm a terrible fat kid because I don't do chocolate. But if they run out of my cheese Danish or my the confetti cake pop, bro, this basic white bitch is gonna snap on somebody. Okay. If I've done walked in this place to spend $15 on one coffee and one pastry, and you're out, and you were like, "Oh, we're the best coffee place in the world," shut the fuck up, okay? But get my food. But get my food right now.
Oh man.
I'm saying,
Back to you.
Yeah. Hey, well, I'm going to let you mic drop on that, man. Jordan, I will see you this weekend, bro. I
man.
appreciate you coming on.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
you,
Y'all
man.
have
Thank you.
fun, man. Be safe.
Yeah,
Appreciate
see you
you,
later,
Pat.
Pat.
All right.
All right, man. We got the officials on. They messed up the start. It was a bad start. I'm just gonna say that.
Whoa.
It was rough, but they recovered. They definitely had a lot to say, and Jordan finished strong. That's my review of it. How do you feel?
I disagree completely, but it is what it is. It is what it is.
That's just kind of par for the course at this point, right?
Yep.
Do you know that saying in North Carolina?
What's that? Par for the course?
Par for
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, I know that one.
Okay. All right, fair enough. What segment do you want to do next, Jacob? You pick.
Well, I mean, let's go ahead and just let's here at Clocks Running, like I said, we try to evolve. Our dear friend Declan was really hitting us with some good Declan's doozies, but we thought we could branch out a little bit more. So, without further ado, we're going to bring our newest edition. We're going to call this the Double D's Doozies. Welcome, Dean.
What's up?
From Lance's house. Wow, you guys are wearing the same shirt. You guys could have told somebody.
Well, it's my favorite shirt now, so I got to wear it. Best
right.
tournament.
Dean,
All right.
the rules are simple. We need a story, and we're going to talk about it for a little bit afterwards. That's all we need from you, my friend. Give us one
All
of
right.
Dean's top 5 stories.
There's so many, man. I can't narrow it down to one. Okay, so there was a game. All right, let's go with this one because it's violent. There was a game that happened about 5 years ago, 6 years ago. It was a co-ed game. I'm not going to mention the teams in case they watch this because they come after me. But there was a game, and there were basically one team got about, I think, 8, 9, 10 penalties, and the other team didn't get any. So it was one of those where it's like one-sided. They thought I was against them. The whole game they were yelling, "You're a piece of shit. This, you can't ref this whole thing." So it was getting. I threw multiple unsportsmanlike conducts, all the good stuff. And then when we were getting ready to leave, I went to my car, and I noticed my windshield was scratched up and spat on, and my tires were flattened. So I had nowhere to get home, a scratched windshield, and I had to spend about $200 on tires. So it was fun.
So what happened to the team? What happened after that? Do you know who did it?
I have an idea who did it, but it was probably just a whole team effort. They were like, "Oh yeah, let's take turns spitting on the car. Let's take turns flattening tires." So I mean, it comes with the territory, but it's never that deep. I'm like, bro, it's not that deep. You're not playing for $1 million. You're playing for a plastic trophy that costs $2.10. Like, let's be real.
Now, is that Cayman money or is that USD?
Cayman money. No, well, USD. So USD. So about $1.50 Cayman.
Okay.
So I mean, it was interesting. But
what did you do about it? Did you say anything to them, or did you say anything to anybody?
No, I did. Well, I did. I didn't say anything, but to no avail. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna let this go. I'm gonna do what I do best. Just continue reffing. It was a moment where I was like, should I continue my officiating career because I don't really need this. Like in my life, I'm like, I don't need this to come out on a Friday night, spend my time reffing games, and then you're gonna treat me like that. So I was like, I don't even know if I want to continue, but then I was like, nah, you love this too much to let anything like that bother you. You got to rise above and just move on, which is what I did.
We're so glad you stuck with it, because if you wouldn't have, we wouldn't be having double D's doozies.
We wouldn't be having double D's doozies. So yeah,
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Dean. Have you adapted since then? Do you have like one of your many girlfriends drop you off at the field every week, or what do you do differently?
That was the only time I really had an issue. After that, like everything's been smooth sailing. And obviously with me getting to ref with USA Flag and being certified there, it's like teams when the first tournament I did away, which was Tampa last year. So that first tournament I did, when I came back from that, the level of respect that coaches and players had for me went skyrocket through the roof. Like it was, I think something was like, oh wow, this kid went away, refed in the World Championships, came back, and he's clearly gotten better, or it was just something clicked on them where it's like, oh shit, he actually may know what he's talking about. And I think that just put a different mindset into them, because ever since then I've been on fire. So
Dean's on fire.
Dean's
I like
on
it.
El Fuego.
I like it.
Yep.
I like it.
I got a big night tomorrow. So I've already set it down with both captains. I've already messaged them and I said, look, I'm telling you from now, because I don't want to waste my voice tomorrow night. I'm not taking any shit tomorrow night. Like, you let us control the game and you control the outcome. If you want us to control the outcome, we'll be more than happy to. But we don't want to do that. So we don't want it to turn into a laundry fest.
So you gave the unsportsmanlike warning in the group chat, is what you're telling me.
Right away. No.
48 hours
both coaches,
prior to.
24 hours. 24 hours.
24 hours prior to, we've already got the
and I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it in the coin toss again, because I'm gonna let them know that you're gonna respect our calls at all times, and if you don't, that's your problem, not mine. You want to start yelling and cursing at us, we're gonna flag you from early, because our job is to get in there, do a job, and get out. We don't care who wins.
What does from early mean?
Early.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'll give you an example. Perfect example. First drive, call happens. They don't like, come on, ref, that's bullshit. No, that's it. Flag right away. I'm not gonna get into this yelling match and this arguing match over it. You can trash talk to each other. I'm fine with that, as long as it doesn't cross any lines, include any threats, anybody's mama, anybody's papa, or family. Just keep it to football, and we're good. I don't have time for your mama jokes on the field, bro.
Whoa, but what if they're good? What if they're good?
So good, depending on the level of goodness, right? Of the joke.
Yeah. Oh. Well, Dean, we could talk to you all night, but I think we're going to see you a little bit more often. So we appreciate you checking in and sharing. What did you call it, Jacob?
It's the double D's doozies, man. That's what this is.
There we go.
I just want to say one thing before I go. I'm like, Pat, that group chat's about to go on fire when I'm done this, because the disrespect to no beards was wild. Wild. I was sitting in the background of the studio and I couldn't say anything, but I'm gonna go in that group chat and I'm gonna light it up, because the disrespect to beards is
double D's lighting the match.
You gotta light it up like the 12-year-old he looks like,
and the one you sound like.
I got plenty more stories that I'll tell you guys, and then I've got like a lot. So that was just the tip of the iceberg. There's a whole lot more to come.
There we go. We look forward to it, man. See you later,
see you, Dino. Appreciate you, brother.
All right, have a good one. All right, ciao.
All right, man.
See, I don't doozy. That's going to be a blast.
Yeah, I liked it. It was good.
Between Declan and Dean, the twins that they are, it's going to be so good. I'm going to get roasted too.
In Camel City, have you ever had your car or your pickup truck, since that's all people drive out there? Have they
Surprised you
you
didn't call it a
ever
horse and buggy.
have you ever had your tires flattened or anything like that?
Knock on wood, no.
Yeah,
No, never had
yeah,
car issues from officiating or running a league or anything like that. I think you build relationships with people, and it's unfortunate when things like that happen. But at the end of the day, like you definitely want to make sure you take care of your officials. I don't ever leave. They don't. I'm gone after they're gone. They don't leave, or I don't leave before they do. I make sure they're in their car, they're okay. If we've had a rough day, I make sure they get to their car okay, and whoever's an issue or whatever's an issue, there's that. But yeah, I don't mess around with that. That's you can get mad at somebody for disagreeing over the judgment in the game, but we're not going to tear people's personal property up. We're not going to hurt people over stuff like that. That's
yeah.
not okay on any level.
No, absolutely. So, we had the officials on. We were able to get 3 on tonight, which is amazing. The
Yeah.
other side, the other part, the less exciting part of flag football is the players.
Okay.
So, tonight we're going to do the segment a little different. I know we do rapid fire, but we're going to play a little game sponsored by Tacky Bar. You ready for this, Jacob?
All right, hit me.
All right. What up, man?
Yo,
What up,
Hey,
man?
yo, what up?
What's going on, man?
What happened? It's bright out here.
Can you put some pants on or something, bro? What's
Hey,
going
man. Hey, look out there. Look, man. Leave my guy in his hoochie daddy shorts alone.
Wow.
You see what I
Oh,
put up
man.
with, bro?
Hey, bro, first and foremost, before we get this going, can you turn your hat to the back? We don't allow that kind of thing here.
What is it? The plug?
No.
Hat backwards? Oh, wait a minute. You're talking about, oh, no, we're
Yeah.
not in game. We're not in game. We're not in game. I'll keep it forward right now.
Hey, bro. So, as always, whenever we have a new guest on, we just want to give you the chance to kind of share your origin story, what got you into flag football, and what's brought you to this point today. So, the floor is yours, man.
Yo, what up, y'all? Been in flag for about, I would say, like 11 years, really, since I stopped playing college ball. Played football my whole life. Little league and shit like that, I was like more of like a defender / receiver. And then I got into high school. I actually wasn't even gonna play football. And then the high school coach kind of like made me come out and try out for football. So I went out and tried out for quarterback. Ended up just sticking with it. Broke a couple state records. Went and played college ball, and then just from there really just fell right into the flag scene. I think my very first travel tournament was like in Vegas, and it was funny because I think we signed up for like, I think it was called Top Gun at the time or something like that. Like it was like one of the higher levels or whatever. But we went out there and got destroyed. I was playing with just like some of my friends, and one of the directors came up to me and was like, "Hey, do you guys want to go down to maybe a lower division?" And we ended up going to the championship in the middle of the tournament. But we went to the championship, and I think we lost in the championship, the last second play type deal. But it was fun. It was a good experience, and so like just kind of fell in love with the travel scene after that, and been on my way.
There you go. And I don't know what year it was, but you and me did cross paths when I was still playing. Did you have a knee injury that you came back from? Was
Yeah, I
that
tore my ACL when I was what year was that? I think it was 2020. I tore my ACL. Yep.
okay? So you know your GM on the sideline. He loves to talk you up and talk about how you're the greatest quarterback ever. And so I happened to be on the sideline with him, and he's like, yeah, my quarterback. He's coming back from an injury. He's only 17 years old. He's this and
Shut up.
that.
I'm all 29 years old now. That was all probably 2 years ago.
Jeez.
What's wrong with you, man?
so
See, this is
so
what
it
happens when you
definitely.
get good guests on the show, and then you just bring them in, build them up, and tear them back down.
I mean,
Jeez, dude, this is. And I'm so sorry, bro.
It's all good, brother.
it was. Oh, you're apologizing to me?
No,
Oh, it's
not
okay. Don't worry
you.
about
The good Ant.
I already know the worst hasn't even come yet. I'm just waiting for it.
Oh man. So yeah. Anyway, though, that was a fun experience. That was probably the first time that I played New Dynasty, and the first time that like in the trenches I got to battle some of your famous linemen like DK and Keys and guys like that. So I got to bring it up, bro. The question everybody wants me to ask: what happened in Tampa? You guys fell apart, and you and the linemen. Are you guys still even on the same team anymore?
Yeah, we're still a family, but just a high pressure situation. Emotions run high, and in moments like that, championship teams got to prevail. So like we didn't do it that day, so obviously we didn't walk away with none of the hardware that we should have. But let's run it back. We'll figure it out. You know.
Do you feel like you guys were the best team in that division, even
Oh,
even outside of
without a
that?
doubt, I always feel like we're like the best team in any division that we're in. Honestly, we just our core group of guys, and yeah, I feel like most times we lose, it's us beating ourselves.
For
Like I
sure.
would say, we lost 3 games on the weekend by a collective of I think it was 7 point or 8 points or something like that, and one of the games was by 6 or yeah, no 9 point or what is it? 9 points we would have lost by because we lost by 2 to YTG and double OT, 6 to what is it, hard target? I think that's what they were running as, and then we lost by 1 to Goodfellas.
Yeah.
So
So every game you're in.
we're in it in every game. And honestly, when the crumbling happened, we had just taken the lead. We fell apart when we just took the lead. So it was just kind of like a deflating moment. It was actually on the extra point when everything actually came to a head. They didn't like the way I was yelling at them to kind of get to the line, which I hear and I respect it. Like maybe I'm not communicating in the best, most productive way. So I have to look at myself and reflect as a leader in that moment and just got to grow from that.
Yeah.
Is it tough to emerge? Like, because that's a team full of veteran guys who are leaders. Is it
Yeah.
tough to emerge and be the leader of those leaders?
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like that's the kind of huddle I wouldn't rather be in no other huddle.
Right.
If everybody's just kind of looking to the next guy to make the play, that's not people I want to be around. I
For
want
sure.
somebody that wants the ball in their hand, or they know hey, if we do this, everybody got to have that dog mentality, and it's a dog eat dog world. And at the end of the
Absolutely.
day, when we're flying and hitting all cylinders, there's nobody that could beat us, and I truthfully believe that.
Yeah. Do you think that playing more in non-contact has affected your performance in contact?
No, I would say maybe it took a toll on how many games we played, but that has no effect to me. I really don't think, hard target, it was a really good game. It was a battle. It was 5 man and 6 man contact. They're going to be low scoring games just because you don't get too many possessions. 6 man with having the 4 plays, with no increase in time, you're going to have limited possessions. It's either 2 or 3 drives a game on offense. So
Yeah.
with those opportunities, you just got to make them happen. But no, I would say no, non-contact hasn't weighed on us too. I don't know. I would say no. We just have to be better and finish truthfully because we were the best team on the field. We started off the semifinal game with the pick six to start the game, and then to lose
Yeah.
by you know what I mean, by 1 point, and it's just kind of deflating. We took the lead by 6 after that, or I forgot how the game went, but we took the lead. We fell apart offensively. Like a lineman left, walked out. They went down, scored, got their extra point, went up by 1, and then we still had an opportunity to go to finish. And I think we got you seen the field situation that we were in. So we were rolling into the muddy side of the
Yeah.
field. So
Yeah.
it's kind of we had one play, receiver caught the ball and was running up the field and slipped. Nobody was going to touch him, was going to walk in, slipped, fell. Another time, receiver was running with the ball like this. He probably should have tucked it, but slipped out of his hand. So we had two plays on the last drive of the game that should have won. I mean, we should have like finished and like took the lead and like still like had to figure it out for the championship. But playing that way, we were playing, there's no way we were going to be up in smoke or free smoke.
Yeah.
You know, free smoke would have probably like dog walked us that game if we would have came in on the same energy, same mentality level. But yeah,
Yeah, I feel like you got your signature where you like jump in the air when you're throwing it, and you tried that in the mud, and your cleat got stuck in the mud, and you were like out of your cleat.
I probably didn't even try to jump. I was probably just trying to move. I felt like I was literally like, it was a messed up situation, honestly. But no excuses. We should have finished. We should have got it done. Like that's that East Coast weather. We just got to travel East Coast more, I think, honestly, because we don't
We'd
have
love
too
to
many
have you
days like
out.
that out here.
Right.
Or
We'd
we
love
just
to
got to
have you
move
guys
worlds
out.
to the West Coast. Jeez.
No, man, those East Coast teams, man, they don't go west. They just don't. They don't travel.
We
Yeah, I
try.
know. Well, they supposedly the Vegas should be a pretty big tournament. Should be a pretty
It
good
should.
turnout.
Yeah,
I'm excited about
yeah.
it. Get back out there, and then we own Vegas, so we just got to make sure we got to keep it rolling. You know, got to keep
Absolutely.
Yeah, and
West Coast stamped out. New Dynasty.
hey, I mean, much respect as far as it went with non-contact. Y'all were down what 2 touchdowns to YTG. You came
19-0.
back. Yeah, came.
19-0 in
Yeah,
the first half.
19-0. Came. You got. I thought it was over. So I got to give you credit as a leader to pull your team together to come back from 19-0 and take it into double overtime. I mean, nobody played YTG in fives on contact that close. That game was a coin flip.
Yeah, it was tough. I got a couple throws I still want back in that game myself. You know, like felt like we could have walked away and been like that easily could have been us up there at least playing in CBS, but just got to make those throws, especially in those moments when like games on the line. I feel like I just got to turn it up just a little bit more, truthfully.
If CBS had asked you guys, if you guys made it to that game and CBS asked you guys to change out of your overall jerseys, would you guys have been willing to do that?
I think we would have had to. I think it was like something to do with like the waivers or forms we signed. Like Nick had like showed us an email or something. The GM Nick, he showed us an email saying like
Yeah.
we're gonna have to change.
Yeah.
Or was it a question? Was it a decision we got to make? Because if it was up to us, we would have stayed in our overalls.
Stayed in the overalls.
Would have had to stay in the overalls.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That
All
would be
right,
really
cool,
funny.
man. I don't know if you've seen this on Sports Center or anything. They call it King of the Hill. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay. Are you able to turn your camera sideways? I want to make sure I get. There we go. Oh, what up, Abby? All right. So the way King of the Hill works is I'm going to start with two flag football quarterbacks, and you're going to pick one name or the other. And the name that you pick then goes against another quarterback.
Okay.
And we keep going until we're through the quarterbacks, and you've picked clearly the best quarterback in flag football.
Okay, bet. Leave me out of it.
So yeah, you are not mentioned. That's duty.
Because I'm
All right, cool.
No matter what, I'll take whoever it is, over me.
Yep. All right, cool. You ready to go?
Yep.
All right, we got Tronky and Nico.
I haven't watched Nico play too much, but I honestly love Tronky's game, and I've loved watching him since he was on ESS, so I'm going to have to go Tronky.
Okay. Now we got Tronky and Brandon Feinstein from Supreme.
I don't think I've watched too much of Brandon's game, so Tronky.
Okay. Now we go in Tronky against Nick from Curry Bomber.
Is Supreme more of an East Coast team?
Yeah, they're from Philly.
Yeah, so I would only see them like Worlds, really.
Yeah.
And I'm usually playing when they are. But who are you saying now? Tronky who?
Yeah, Nick versus Curry Bombers. Or Nick from Curry Bombers.
Ooh. I like Nick's game. Nick's a baller, but still Tronky.
Okay. All right, now we got Tronky against Allen from Hard Target.
I'm gonna have to give Allen. I'll give that one to Allen. Allen used to play for what team was it back in the day?
Judah.
Yeah. He's a dog. Been a dog. Established. Stamped. So gotta go Allen.
Okay. Now we got Allen against Rello.
Rello. I'll have to go Rello.
Okay. All right, now we got Rello against Jacob's former teammate Chad Betts.
That's not my teammate.
I respect Chad's game, but as a quarterback, just looking at it as a quarterback position, I would have to go with Rello.
Okay. All right, now we got Rello against Mark from YTG.
Mark. Take Mark.
Okay. All right, now Mark and Hoosh.
Dang.
I knew this was going to be where he
That's
ended
a
it.
tough one. That is tough. I'm gonna have to tip my cap. I play with Hoosh, you know what I mean? Playing on the same team as Hoosh, so I'm gonna have to give it to my dog Hoosh.
Okay.
But Mark, hey, it's not close, and those two athletes right there are, like you really like that's top of the line right there. So
Yeah.
it's a tough battle, but I'm gonna have to go Hoosh. Just give it up to him.
All right, now we got Hoosh and Pablo.
Hoosh and Pop. Dang. That's a close one. That's a tough one.
You got to go with your gut. What's your gut say?
My gut says Pop, just because like
Okay,
I
there
feel
we
like
go.
just given he ages it out with just the age wise. You know what I mean? He's got
Yeah.
like that's it. Like he's a little bit younger, a little more fresh. Like, but Hoosh is still a phenomenal athlete. Pop is just
Yeah.
different speed, different everything.
Okay, so Pablo, Eric Holiday.
Pop,
Okay. All right, Pablo and Mike Adams.
I don't think I know who that is.
He's
Uh,
Wet and
One is
Dirty
that?
from Jacksonville.
East Coast or where is he
Yeah,
from?
East Coast. Yeah, Jacksonville, Florida.
What team is he on? Like, what's his team
Wet and
name?
Dirty.
Oh, Wet and Dirty.
Yeah.
I've heard of them, but I don't think I've watched them play too much. I don't think I've really ever played against them either. So I'm gonna have to go Pop.
Okay. All right, cool. We're gonna go now non-contact and contact difference. So Pablo against Artie from the Bears.
Pop.
Okay. Now we're doing Pablo against Richie from Shrooms.
Jeez. Now are we talking like? Well, I'm gonna have to go Pop. I'm gonna have to go Pop. Truthfully, and I think you could
Okay.
honestly like kind of stop it right there. The ringer he already went through, the Mark Hoosh and Pop ringer right there. That's kind of like
Yep.
I feel
I
like
agree.
Okay.
like I feel like you kind of stopped it right there. Just that's the king of the hill already. If you were gonna save it to the end, then yeah. But those three right there, that's the king. That's the top of the top already.
Who do you have listed left? Just go. Just rifle through them.
The only one I got left is Brendan from Ronin. That's it.
Good QB, but Pop. Gotta take Pop.
Okay. All right.
But I respect every single person you named game, and they're established and like I would want them to be in the huddle with me leading the team if it wasn't me, you know what I mean? I would love to have them like on my team or like taking my team to win if I wasn't available.
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, Pablo, I I would say I agree at this point, and I think the big difference is age, right? Pablo's younger than Hoosh. They got similar games. They're both on the national team. So
Both amazing
speaking of that,
players and both it's close. You could do one A,
yeah,
one B type situation or one A, one B, one C with Mark up there too.
yeah,
Truthfully, it's not like they're head and shoulders above the next. It's just that's just
yeah.
what it is.
Now, if you replace Pablo with a quarterback that I missed, was there a quarterback I missed?
There's a quarterback you missed, but he don't play too much. But I wouldn't put him up there right now just because of his level. But Juice from Phoenix, I don't know if you guys remember Juice. He played with
Mm-hmm.
Minutemen. Good quarterback,
Um,
amazing player, amazing leader. So I would put him up there, but I'll still take Pop over him. But he
yeah.
deserves to be on the list.
Okay. Fair enough, man. Well, we appreciate you. You're off the hot seat. That was a different little King of the Hill thing. Um, Jacob, you have any questions for QB Ant right now?
I think you covered everything, man. It's good to have you.
Yeah.
What's coming up next for you?
Trials leave next week. So trials and then Vegas.
I got you.
Yeah. Trying to go put my
There we
name in the
go.
hat.
Well, I mean, I know you said that you guys run Vegas, but I just want to remind you that the Bears have beat you in Vegas. So,
Like I said, man, Ant's so good about lifting you up and tearing you right back down.
Hey, are they gonna be there? Are they on the
yeah,
team
they're
list?
going to be there.
And then it'll be
Yeah, they're
fun.
going to be
It'll
there.
be a fun matchup. We were hoping to play them in Florida, but I think the team that got us up out of there got them out of there like 30-0 or something like that.
Yeah, they did. Yep.
But they got us out of
It
there
was,
too, though.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't say nothing. They got us
they're on
out
the
of there.
list.
It'll be a
yeah.
fun
No,
matchup.
I'm excited for Vegas for sure. Are you playing non-contact and contact?
Yes, sir.
Cool. All right, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on. I know you're a fan of this show, and we appreciate you just following us. But just make sure, bro, you remember, Abby is always our favorite. In this scenario, on the couch right here, Abby's our favorite.
Wow.
So- All right, bro. You have a good night and safe travels where you're headed, man.
Be good, Ant.
Appreciate you.
See you,
Appreciate
man.
you guys. You guys have a good one.
You too.
All right, dude. I don't know what that thumbs up is, man.
What did you do?
I didn't touch
Okay.
anything.
Okay. See, this is what happens when you start messing with stuff. This weird
just-
stuff happens. You start playing different
just-
games with people that we don't know anything about. I mean, this is your world. We just live in it. It's fine.
that was fun, right?
It was fun.
Yeah. Would you have picked the same way?
Probably not.
Yeah, a little different.
Yeah. That's just personal opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it's so weird. It's like when you talk about players that primarily play contact, and yeah, maybe they play non-contact. It's hard. Especially like say with the receiver position. If you are in non-contact and you're not getting jammed at all, you are a different receiver than when you're getting jammed every single time you line up.
Right.
So I think those things you got to factor into it when you're thinking about those making lists like this or who's better, those kind of conversations. So.
Absolutely.
But hey, man, that was fun tonight. We had like 17 people on. I feel like
it was a lot of people, and you still don't have a voice.
Now I gotta figure out how to get my voice back before my first game on Saturday morning.
Honey.
Did you just call me honey? That's
no,
weird.
I didn't call you honey. I said eat honey. Honey will help.
I thought you were starting the sentence. Honey.
All right, everybody. So check it out. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, share. It's the most important thing here on the show. We need to make sure we have all of our followers, everybody checking our videos out, seeing how cool everything is. It doesn't do anything if you don't like, subscribe, or share. That also includes when we get on IG. Follow the page, check out all the reels. Ant does a phenomenal job keeping you guys engaged with our what's the call. There's a ton of videos out there to check out. Make sure you guys are checking out the merch. We've got a ton of merch. Ant's been in the lab coming up with all sorts of designs. Neither one of us have any of it on tonight, but that's because we have it packed ready to go for this weekend in Nashville. So make sure you check it out. We got hoodies. We got T-shirts. We're getting ready to have socks. We're going to have pajamas. I don't know what. We're going to have it all. All right? So check out that. We're on Instagram, MySpace, Your Space, Facebook. We have the page. We're all over the place. Best place to listen to these podcasts. You can see our ugly mugs right here on YouTube. You can check us out on Apple Music. Or Apple Podcasts. You can check us out on Spotify. Any of those places you get your podcasts, that's where we're at. Be sure to check us out. Like, share, subscribe.
Yeah, and bro, you didn't even mention, thanks to your friend in the Oval Office, we're back on TikTok.
We do have the talk, okay? He's really creative. He's just the most creative guy we know. I think you just want me to do the Trump impersonation each episode. That's why you say it.
I do. So yeah, we are on TikTok. Just trying. It's an extension of what we do on Instagram. Instagram is our whatever you want to call it, the mothership or the foundation. So everything kind of builds off of Instagram. But check us out on TikTok. Hey, this weekend, me and my daughter, we've got some fun TikToks that we're planning on making while we're in stripes. So doing some things like that. But we're also going to be we're on Twitch now, which we're going to play around with and kind of do some fun things. Was that your Twitch?
That was my attempt at a Twitch. I don't know. I don't know what a Twitch.
Yeah, so
All right.
so we're gonna try to do some fun stuff there. I don't know, but anyway, this weekend it's gonna be fun. Hopefully, the sun stays shining. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, hopefully.
Knock on wood.
And and then we can get on for some live games, do some sideline interviews, bro. I have to apologize to you before we end this show. I know this is new, but your rapid fire with Chaz in New Orleans is the most popular rapid fire done.
It's because it's the best rapid fire, duh.
Like, I gotta give you credit, bro. I thought it was slow. You guys both seemed confused. Like, but it was great.
Just a
people loved
friendly
it.
reminder. Last rapid fire you did, you asked the question and you said, okay. And then me and Rock both had to jump on you just to say to keep it moving.
Bro, because who eats ginger snaps at midnight, bro? Come on.
Rock does.
Hey, and by the way, I found a menu with cheesesteaks and cream cheese.
No, you didn't.
I did. And I sent it to Rock.
Oh, so you didn't send it to me because you don't want me to. Okay, cool.
No, because you're going to ruin it. Just like you put cream cheese in a cold cheesesteak, bro.
It was not cold.
Anyway, you're flying. I'm driving. Somebody's probably taking a train.
Trains, planes, and automobiles.
There you go. Yeah, there we go. Okay, all right. We will see everybody in Nashville this weekend. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. And Jacob, can't wait to see you, man.
Yeah, you're gonna see. Can't wait to see you tomorrow, brother.
All right.